Alright you guys, welcome to my channel. I know a lot of you guys are new, and the idea behind this channel is just to speak about sports, more specifically boxing and MMA. And I'll also be speaking about soccer too in this channel, but yeah, I don't want to put myself in a box, but at the same time I want to allow my channel to be broad. So that's the idea, just to speak about boxing, soccer, and MMA. And on that subject, the first video is going to be about the boxing fight between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. As a lot of you guys have seen on social media, Daniel Dubois has knocked out Anthony Joshua in the 5th round. I'm not sure what minute, but an astonishing performance by Daniel Dubois over Anthony Joshua. Let's get into it. So my impressions on the fight was that from the beginning, Daniel Dubois wasn't scared at all. He seemed confident from the first bell to the last, well, not necessarily the last bell, but to the end of the fight. In the build-up, I remember Anthony Joshua felt disrespected by Daniel Dubois because Daniel Dubois mentioned something along the lines of, he's ready to go.
Let's go. Let's go.
But let's wait till the 21st.
Yeah, not in me in the middle, please.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Sharp, relax. Relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax.
If you want to go now, let's
Put
go.
a chair across your face. Don't disrespect.
No, you can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who do you
disrespect.
think you are?
Daniel, don't disrespect me. Can't put a chair.
And in hindsight, he was right. He was ready to go. It showed in this fight. He, from the beginning to the end, like you mentioned, he pressed forward. He was walking Anthony Joshua down. It seemed like Anthony was trying to fight on the back foot, be more tactical, but he was missing a lot of things. He wasn't keeping his hands up. It seemed like he was missing a lot of fundamentals. But then again, when you get caught by a hard punch, it can throw a lot of things out of the picture. Like, you guys know what Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a game plan until you get punched in the face. And that's what I think happened at the end of round 1 when Daniel Dubois caught Anthony Joshua with the overhand right. It connected on his chin, I believe, if not his cheek, somewhere around that area. And then from there, what happened was, I don't think Anthony Joshua was the same throughout the entire fight. He got caught with that overhand right, fell to his knee, got a standing 8 count, but it didn't look too stable after that. He went to his corner. I think Daniel Dubois was just super confident going into the second round. Second round, same situation. It just seemed like Anthony Joshua was just trying to catch his equilibrium. I'm not sure if he was off of it. Going into that, the third round, it looked like the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, in the entire fight, there was about 3 knockdowns, including the knockout. Well, you guys have to correct me in the comment section if I'm off or not, but the knockout happened, right? And then in the third round, same thing. It was just a dominant performance from Daniel Dubois. Who is Daniel Dubois, by the way? Let's look into his career a little bit. Before this fight with Anthony Joshua, he had a fight with Filip Hrgović. Filip Hrgović at the time was known as the Boogeyman. He beat the likes of Zhilei Zhang, the Chinese monster. It was a controversial decision, but still he beat Zhilei Zhang. Leading up to the fight with Daniel Dubois, a lot of people wrote off Daniel Dubois, and it seems like that's been the common theme with all of Daniel Dubois' big fights, is that people write him off right away. Even in this fight, people wrote him off. It seemed like no one gave him a chance. Even the bookies had it, I think, plus 500 for Daniel Dubois and negative something for Anthony Joshua. But watching the fight, it seemed like it was the opposite. The bookies were way off, and I'm happy they lost their money, because moving forward, I hope they don't write off Daniel Dubois. But granted, maybe it was just an off performance from Anthony Joshua. After that punch, maybe he wasn't able to get himself back into the fight. But in this fight, we just need to be objective and call it for what it is. It looked like Daniel Dubois was just a better man this fight. Yeah, going back to what I was saying about Daniel Dubois, he beat Filip Hrgović in his previous fight, and prior to that, I believe, I'm trying to count back. So he beat Filip Hrgović. Who did he fight before Filip Hrgović? I think he fought Usyk, but I might be mistaken. No, sorry, he fought Jarrell Miller, and he beat Jarrell Miller in Saudi Arabia, and he beat him in the 10th round in the 10th round by a TKO or knockout, one or the other. So he was on a winning streak, just like AJ was. AJ was on about a 4-fight win streak. I just don't, as fans, not just of AJ or Daniel Dubois, I think as fight fans, we were all so surprised by how dominant Daniel Dubois was. He didn't seem scared at all. He just was walking AJ down every single round. And even when he got caught with the right cross from AJ in the 5th round, people thought the momentum was swinging over to AJ's direction, but that's the round where Daniel Dubois knocked him out. So this boxing game is a hell of a sport. Kudos to Daniel Dubois. Interesting equations and a lot of interesting fights in the heavyweight division in the future. We should see what goes on in the future. Now that Daniel Dubois has beaten AJ, Eddie Hearn, who's Anthony Joshua's promoter, is saying that there's a rematch clause. So that might be a likelihood that Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois just run it back and get a rematch. More than likely. If not, well, I shouldn't say if not, it's more than likely going to happen. But on the towards the end of this year, Usyk and Tyson Fury will have the rematch, and that fight will be massive. In my honest opinion, regardless of the outcome, I still think Usyk is the undisputed and will for this generation or this decade, I guess, will be the best heavyweight fighter, regardless if he wins or not. But the reason why I mentioned that fight is because it could tie into the next fight between Daniel Dubois and Usyk. So the rematch clause is in the equation, but hypothetically, if Anthony Joshua and Dubois were to rematch, the winner of that fight would fight Usyk or Tyson Fury for an undisputed fight. We've already had one undisputed fighter this year. The last undisputed fighter was a decade ago, or maybe more, in Lennox Lewis. Lennox was the last undisputed heavyweight champion. But I don't want to ramble too much. This is my first video. I just wanted to recap on that fight between Anthony Joshua and Daniel Dubois. Very, very exciting fight. Hopefully Anthony Joshua can recalibrate, approach the fight from a different point of view so that we can have a more entertaining fight, because I just felt like Daniel Dubois dominated him from the first round to the last. And as for Daniel Dubois, he just needs to continue doing what he was doing. He proved people wrong. Everyone wanted to write him off, but hey, at the end of the day, he proved himself. So who are we to speak, right? But yeah, you guys, welcome to my channel. This is the first video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and looking forward to upload more videos. Thank you and have a good day.